Hello and welcome to this week's episode of CRB 101, my favorite day of the week. Now, kama kawaida, your boy is back on your screens. My name is Ken Alan and I'm never alone. So but before I introduce you to my guests today, now, shule zilifaa kufunguliwa last week. But because of the rains that are going on and the floods, zikakuwa postponed. That has given you the parent. Na leo nataka kuongea na wewe mzazi. Kupatia some time if you didn't have enough school fees or transport or some money for shopping for your kids. Usikwame kupata loan kwa sababu ya CRB ama usikwame kupata karo. So we just want to have a conversation around this topic.
Yeah.
Nilivyosema, I am never alone, and today I am joined by one Victor Waweru. Victor is no stranger to this show, obviously one of the pioneers. So Victor is a QA analyst at Metropol CRB, customer experience. Karibu sana, Victor.
Thank you very much, Alan.
How are you feeling?
Good to be back here.
Good to have you back.
I can see mnaendelea na kazi poa. Keep it up, keep it up. Wacha leo niwasaidie kidogo hapa na pale.
Thank you very much for agreeing to come to the show. And of course, today, for the first time ever, we are also joined by Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hi.
Good to have you here.
Thank
Tracy
you so much for having me.
Dispute Resolution Officer at Metropol CRB. So let's do this, guys.
Yes.
Yep.
How are you feeling?
We're feeling nice.
Great.
How's been your week?
Wiki ilikuwa poa. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
True.
Plans?
Nothing much. Nothing much at all, brother. Kunanyesha, so we need to tone it down a bit.
Watu wakuwe very safe.
Yes.
Tafadhalini, kueni nyumbani. So let's just look at some of the reasons or some of the ways zenye zinaweza fanya msee akose kupata loan, especially because today we just want to talk to this parent or guardian mwenye anataka kurudisha mtoi shule on Monday. We're not sure kama Machogo bado atafanya ile kitu. But if there is still time, the better. Get your funds together, make sure that your children go to school in good time when the schools reopen. So kuna kongana a lot of factors zinaweza fanya mtu kukosa kupata loan.
Yes.
So today, what Victor and Tracy will do is just to help us understand these issues or these factors that may lead to you not getting a loan. So, wazazi, if you are already in this link or on this live, what you need to do is so simple. Please share the link with your friends and your loved ones. We are live on Facebook. Rush to our Facebook page, Metropol CRB. We are also live on X, Metropol CRB, and we are live on our YouTube channel, Metropol TV Kenya.
Yes.
Right straight into it.
Before we start, kumbuka kuambia we are open to questions. Tuko live, so if you have any question as we proceed, uliza swali, we'll be ready to answer your question.
Leta maswali zote. We are here to help you guys. So, tunaongelea stories za kukosa kupata loan.
Kweli.
Yeah? So, what do most lenders look for before approving a loan?
Okay, first off, by the name itself, credit reference, so they have to reference your credit history with us. Na hiyo inamaanisha one lender akitaka kupatia mkopo atataka kujua kama ushawahi chukua zingine na hizo zingine uliperform aje. So they will go through your report, wataangalia your previous loans. How much were you taking? Umekuja kwa bank A unataka mkopo wa 1 million.
Yeah.
So wanataka kujua ushawahi chukua nyingine kama hii. If yes or no, what they will decide whether they'll proceed with the application.
Okay.
Na kama ulichukua ulilipa aje? Ulikuwa unachelewa ama ulikuwa kila mwezi unalipa on time.
Okay.
So basic credit history yako yote wataiangalia kwa our platform ambapo wataingia, watachukua credit report, watapitia, they'll be able to make a decision.
So unasema Metropol CRB is a very key component hapa kwa kupata loan because hii information unasema it's gotten from Metropol CRB.
Yes,
so that's why every borrower must make sure that all their credit information or their credit report is okay.
Yes.
Because the first thing ukienda kujaribu kutafuta loan kutoka kwa institution A, the first thing wanaangalia ni credit history yako.
CRB yako, Metropol CRB wanasema kuhusu wewe wanasema nini kukuhusu wewe.
Yes.
Yes. Kwa hivyo sasa mimi kama Metropol CRB najua ulichukua mkopo mwingine wa 2,000 hapa.
Yep.
Ulichukua ukalipa within 2 weeks. Nitaiweka hapo kwa report yako. Ndio bank B kikuja kuangalia wanajua alichukua hii loan akailipa within this time. So huyu ako sawa, analipa loans on time.
Analipa on time.
Such things.
So in the recent past we've been talking a lot about credit scores.
Yes.
Kwa sababu in this time and day we have moved into an era known as risk-based pricing.
Yes, risk-based
So
pricing.
inamaanisha most of the financial institutions hawafai kunyima mtu kupata loan. But your credit score is the most important thing on your credit report. Itafanya kama utapata a better loan, ama loan inakaje, ama repayment period itakaje. So I wanted to ask now, how does Metropol generate credit scores, and what are some of the factors that contribute to these scores? Tracy, you want to take that?
Okay, sure thing. So because it's a system-to-system generated information, so once your information has been keyed into our systems, now the system goes ahead to calculate your score.
Yeah.
How is your score calculated? There are so many other things that we look at yenye tunaangalia before we arrive to your score.
Okay.
Type of loan matters. How you pay, the frequency of how you pay your loans. Do you pay your loans on time? Are you late by even 3 days, 5 days, before it even goes into the blacklist?
Yep.
And also, what other thing do we look at when we're calculating a score?
We look at the active loans that are currently on your report. Najua active loans ndio inaweza saidia the best measure ya kukupatia score at that point. Hizi zingine ni history. Lakini ile uko nayo sahi, how are you paying it back?
Okay.
Yeah, so that is one factor.
We also look at the number of accounts in your credit profile.
Okay.
Are they only 3 accounts? Are they 10? Are they 100? The more loans you have and you're paying them in a good way, or you're repaying them on time, the better your score.
So you have talked about, and those are very good points you guys are making, you've talked about the type of loans. So would you want to break it down for us to understand, ukisema type of loans, what exactly do you mean?
So there are there are loans that are considered high risk loans,
Okay.
and there are loans that are considered low risk loans. High risk loans are loans where the lender considers them a high risk in terms of you might for some reason fail to repay them. Those are overdrafts and mobile loans. On low risk loans, we talk about loans that are probably secured. We can talk about an asset finance or a mortgage. So we are sure, or the lender feels that you will come back and pay this loan because you have secured it using either an asset or land or just something that you may have. Yes.
Okay, so types of loans, kuna mobile loans, as you've said, there are overdrafts, there are different other types. So credit score yako inakuwa built if you take several different types of loans, isn't it?
Yes.
That is what you're saying. So watu wangu, usikue mtu wa kuchukua zile loans za mobile peke yake. Try to changanya these things so that your credit score is well built na inasonga, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, what are some of the ways an individual's credit score can be improved?
Well, Tracy has first of all mentioned kitu very important. About the number of accounts in a credit report. You find that mtu akona account moja kwa report yake, it is very hard for us to grade you. Ama it is very hard for our system to give you a proper credit score.
Okay.
You might, of course, we all want a high credit score. I'm sure we all want a high credit score hapa. So we want to have a profile that will make it a guarantee that we'll get a high credit score. So this is by taking as much loans as possible and make sure that you pay them on time. So if you have like 10 accounts kwa score yako, umechukua mobile loan pale, umechukua hizi za DFI pale, there is one that is very common. Kuna umechukua bank loan kubwa, you are paying them all. So ukizijaza, and there are different types of loans, you find that your credit score iko na higher chance ya kwenda juu as opposed to someone who has less number of accounts.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so if this is the first time unasikia hii conversation about a credit score is the measure, or basically just shows how you borrow and pay your loans on time or not on time. Now, and a credit score ranges from 200 to 900. 200 being the least score. So wewe mtu uko pale kwa say below 600 or below 500, your score is not so good and you need to work on it. Ule mtu ako 700 kupanda, you are very safe. And as we started by saying, this is not the time kukosa kupata mkopo, and especially if you need it for school fees or to do some shopping for your children. This is the time just to check your credit score. It's so easy to do that. We're going to let you know later, but even now, if you want to check your credit score, you can dial *433# on your mobile phone using your Safaricom number. Pick on your credit report, it will come the whole information. You can also download our Android app inaitwa Cristobal pale kwa Google Play Store, and you can check your score. Now, please keep the questions coming. I can see there is one anaitwa Kahiden anasema anauliza swali kama tuli-update loan yake ya KCB bila lilipa. Kahiden, what you can do, unaweza to DM your ID number and your mobile number, ama unaweza tupigia simu kwa contact center number which is 0709 834 000. Tutakuguide on how to update that one. So as we move on, so now how does the CRB ensure fairness and accuracy in credit scoring and risk assessment methodologies? The reason I'm asking this is because we get clients or customers who feel like their credit scores are not well calculated. So as a bureau, how do we ensure that there is fairness in calculating the scores?
Well, from the bureau perspective, I'd like you to understand one thing. Our work as a bureau is to receive information from all CIPs.
Okay.
We get information from banks, from SACCOs, from all types of CIPs.
Yeah.
And all of this, okay, the first thing that I can say we do as a bureau to make sure fairness is there is that we have to confirm whether that institution is regulated by the relevant regulatory body.
Okay.
Kama ni bank, are you regulated by CBK? Kama ni SACCOs, there's SASRA. All that. So we have to make sure that we are working with a recognized institution, so that we don't just put any information in your credit report.
Yeah.
But again, it also depends on the information that is coming from the CIP. Then once we receive that information, on our end, your credit score is processed. It's a system-generated credit score.
Yeah.
So we want to believe the CIPs are sending correct information, then our system will pick it up and give you a credit score. So we might not be able to handle so much, because you find on our side there is very minimal human intervention in the processing of a credit score. But one thing I can say that we always advise our customers, yes, you have a right. If you feel your credit score is not as you would want it to be, you are welcome to air that complaint. And we will address it through a mechanism that we call dispute resolution. So that is also bent towards making sure that the information we have, or the credit score that is processed for every one of our clients, is fair to everyone.
Okay.
So we have that mechanism of dispute resolution. I think Tracy can actually explain more on the dispute resolution mechanism.
All right.
Okay, in terms of your credit score, seeing that it is based off the accounts in your credit profile, that is why it is very important to regularly check on your account statuses.
Yeah.
So you might find that because this, the person inputting in the data is a human being, and human beings, we are prone to make mistakes in the course of submitting that data. And that is why the Central Bank of Kenya, under the CRB regulations 2020, has made it paramount for every bureau to have a functioning dispute office, and that is why we exist. The moment you check your profile and you find that information captured there is incorrect for some reason, we exist here. You can go onto our website. We have a form. You fill in that form indicating the accounts you feel might be erroneously captured in your credit report, and then from there you send it back to us with a copy of your ID, and then leave the rest to us. We will talk to the CIP. We will send them your complaint, and we wait for them to get back to us.
Thank you so much. So what I'm getting from you guys is that we do not sit somewhere in an office and manually enter these credit scores.
No.
We can't even do that.
Because I know of customers who maybe they pay their loans today, and the next day or the same day actually wanauliza kwa nini score yangu bado iko kwa 400 na nimelipa loan yangu. So I think most of the time they expect that kama amelipa sahi, what happens is you, Victor, wherever you're sitting, toa credit score kutoka kwa 400 iko kwa 700 immediately. So it does not work like that.
It doesn't work.
Something that you need to understand. Now the big or what you need to really understand is when you borrow, the only thing that you need to do is to pay your loan in good time. When you do that, our system will automatically pick and will change that score to a better one. Now, a few people watching here, I can see I and Richard saying kazi nzuri sana. Congratulations to you two guys.
Thank you, Ian.
For the good job. Keep those questions coming, guys, because you only get this opportunity once in a week to interact with us directly like this, and so we get to answer your questions. So, I know I had talked about this earlier, but we can still just talk about it just a little bit because it's a question that has also come up a lot. Now, can individuals access their credit reports and scores? And how frequently should they do this, if you can advise?
In my opinion, I'd say monthly, just because majority of the credit information providers tend to update their accounts at the end of every month, meaning they're submitting new data to the bureau. So if you make it a point to check your information every single month, you might find that something has changed, your score has gone higher or it has gone lower, and now you'll be well informed on the current status of your report. I don't know what Victor thinks about that.
First I'd like to address the question where you're asking if individuals or can individuals access their report. Yes, of course, this is your own report. You can do so. You can do so by, you mentioned earlier, our USSD code, star 433 hash. You go to option number 3, that is credit report. You can also go to our website, log in with your details. You will require to input your national ID number. You go into your profile from our website, you request the credit report. Then you'll be able to access it. You can also call us. We have a call center number 0709 834 000. I'll repeat that, 0709 834 000. You can just call in direct, request for your credit report. One of us will be able to process it for you. And how you get it is we normally send you a link via SMS. So this link is what will lead you to our website, where you now again be able to download your credit report.
Okay.
So you can access your credit report from anywhere.
All right.
And yes, as Tracy has mentioned, we receive information from CIPs on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. So you need to be checking your credit report as much as possible. If you have that capability ya kuangalia hata daily, please do so. It will work in your favor.
It will, eh?
Yes.
What all these guys are saying is this. Wakati mwingine unakosa kupata mkopo kwa sababu there is some information in your credit report that you are not aware of. So what you need to do is just to frequently as possible, as Victor puts it, hata kama ni daily. Ukiweza we ingia kwa zile channels Victor mention, angalia ripoti yako, ndio wakati mwingine ukitaka mkopo, and especially this time that watu wanarudi shule na kuna vitu mingi za kufanya, usikose kupata mkopo because unafungiwa sababu ya ripoti yako. Now, you have your report as a customer. Okay, ripoti yako umesha dial star 433 hash, umepata ripoti yako ama umepata ile pale kwa Cristobal app, you have your report. Now, what specific factors in that report typically have the greatest impact on credit score?
I'd say every information contained in your report has an impact. Should an incorrect name appear in your credit report, the lender will be a bit hesitant in giving you a loan, because why are there two names appearing in your credit report? And we'll talk about disputes in another forum. That's one of the sources of a complaint. And then we go to gender. They look at gender, male and female. We'll talk about that another time as well. And they also look at age.
Okay.
Apart from score. So many factors play a role in the credit information provider, or the lender rather, in giving you a loan.
Okay. So ukipata report yako,
angalia kila kitu from jina to reported mobile numbers. If there's one that does not belong to you, please raise an alarm on that. And your gender, your date of birth should match the one on your ID as well.
Yeah, because I know we've talked about this before. I know we have in one of our CRB 101s, we've gone through a report and how it looks like. So when you get a report, just as Tracy is saying, go through it from top to bottom, all the pages. Ukiona majina zingine hazimatch hapo, because also something that happens is I can get for example, you can lose your ID.
Yeah.
Nichukue ID yako
And then
register
register
SIM card.
line. Yes.
So such things happen.
Yes.
Nikipata loan, it's under your ID because your ID was used.
Yes.
And all those things. So if ukiangalia upate kuna information yote yenye haingiani na details zako, please contact us ASAP so that we can assist you. Yeah?
Yes,
so
sir.
I know I had mentioned earlier, mse amelipa loan yake.
Yes.
So how quickly are those reports updated after loan repayments?
Again, period ya update loans from the CIP. Again, you remember this is the CIP that is supposed to submit that information.
Na Victor akiongelea CIP anamaanisha
Credit information
provider.
Okay,
Na lugha yetu ya mtaa ni ule lender, ule mtu anakupatia loan ndo anaitwa CIP. Hao watu wako na kizungu mingi. I always got your back, so I'll help you guys.
Yeah, so hizo banks, hizo circles wao ndio wanatutumia information kusema that Alan amechukua loan amelipa leo. So it ideally inastahili kuchukua 2 working days. That is 48 working hours. But then again, kama ni hizi loans kubwa secured loans, mortgage, nini, some lenders might take a bit more time in submitting that information. But again, we also say that the point where we can come in kusaidia is where a lender has taken more than 3 months to submit your information to our side. So if you find that hata kama ni hiyo loan kubwa ya mortgage ya secured loan na umefanya malipo, maybe umeclear, balance is supposed to be 0 na bado inaonyesha you have a balance, imepita first month, imepita second month, ikipita the third month, please walk into any of our offices, please contact us and complain. Sema nimelipa loan ya bank A, nimelipa loan ya Sacco A na bado sija-updateiwa mpaka leo. That is when you can formally file a dispute and we will take it up for you. So ideally, naweza sema 48 working hours.
48 working
Yes.
hours. So ikipita 48 working hours, what do we
What
do
you
as
can
a
do,
CRB?
you can contact your lender. Unaweza pigia banki yako, unaweza pigia kama ni hizo mobile loans, unaweza wapigia, kuna wengine wanatumia applications peke yake. Wako na channel ya kuwa contact them. Ambia I paid my loan yesterday, I paid my loan 2 days ago na bado ija-updateiwa na CRB wanaitisha batch number. I believe in your previous CRB 101s you've mentioned batch numbers.
Yes.
Batch number ni kama kakodu yenye sisi Metropol CRB huwa tunatumia kufanya update ya account yako yoyote kwa report yako. So kama umelipa mkopo yote na una contact, waambie kupatia hiyo batch number, you bring the batch number to us. As long as the information in that batch number is correct, tunakuupdatea hapo.
Yeah, because I know a lot of borrowers amelipa loan yake, anajaribu kuchukua ingine, anaambiwa hawezi kupewa hilo nyingine because uko na issue na CRB. So I know most of these borrowers, what they do, wanatukujia guns blazing, wanasema you guys nimelipa loan yangu, mnanifungia kupata loan nyingine. Kumbe niye mwenyewe haja confirm na this other institution kuona kwamba loan yake imekuwa updated. So it's very important that every time you get to pay a loan, what you need to do first of all is check your report. See if it's updated. Kama haiko updated, through the channels that you were given earlier, reach out to us. We'll help you with the ways that can be updated, right?
Yes.
So kuna mtu sahihi anataka kupata loan, right? Pengine anaumwa na kichwa, watoto wanafaa kurudi shule Monday or Tuesday or whichever day, and hapati loan. So now on the lender side, do you guys think there are any red flags or patterns in a customer's credit report that often lead to loan rejections?
Red flags, I'd say anything that is inconsistent with your ID, because you've talked about credit reports in your previous sessions. So anything, when they're looking at your ID and your credit report, if there's any inconsistency between the two, then you're not eligible for a loan. That's why we encourage and we are singing this song of constantly checking your credit report. So credit score, it has to be on a certain level. Not that they'll deny you a loan, because it should not be the only factor that the lending institution should look at and determine if this person is eligible for a loan. They can still give you a loan, but now with different terms based off your credit score. If you have a good credit score, then you deserve what you have asked for with a fair payment plan. Not that the other one will be unfair, but it will be slightly, the interest rate will be slightly higher than this other person with a lower credit score.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even the repayment period.
The repayment period could be, yours could be, the one with the better score could be a longer period compared to this other person with a lower credit score.
Okay.
Entirely dependent on your lender. Yes.
Victor, do you want to add something on that?
I would just like to insist on the point where Tracy has mentioned that it should not be the only factor that a lender looks at when trying to see if you qualify for a loan or not.
Yeah.
Yes, we remember we still have CRB regulations, and they stipulate that one as one of the conditions.
Okay.
Just one of them, not
Yes,
the only
not the
condition.
only factor.
Okay.
Yes.
So I know we are moving away from the era of collateral and guarantors, but in case this is an issue on someone's credit report, now how does the availability or lack thereof of collateral or guarantors impact loan approval?
Come again?
Is it Kizungu or
Come again, please.
I thought sisi ndio tuko la kizungu.
I know. Tell us.
Here's my swali. In simplified terms, mtu amechukua loan on collateral ama on guarantor basis, how does it affect their credit report?
So
How
are we
does
talking
it
about the
impact?
guarantor, or are we talking the one who has been guaranteed?
We can actually talk about both.
Please.
Yes.
Well, I would say I would talk about the guarantor first. We find that mimi mwenyewe, I have taken loans, I have paid my loans on time. So I have a very good credit score.
Yes.
And I've gone ahead and guaranteed a loan, guaranteed Tracy a loan. So if Tracy fails or happens to perform poorly in a repayment of that loan, you see it will also affect me.
You.
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to be there. A guarantor basically means akishindwa kulipa, I am in a position
You're
to come
also
in
liable.
and help. Yes,
Na
I'm
wewe
also liable.
umesign ukakubali.
Na nimesign, nimetia kidole,
Yes,
nimekubali.
as a guarantor you
Whatever
sign.
happens to her will also
Happen to you.
I think that is
Yes.
something that most of our customers do not understand.
And I think we need to make it very clear.
Very
Yes.
clear. And I agree.
Wacha nirudie your point.
Please. That was what I meant.
By you guaranteeing your friend or your relative a loan, it means that you also accept liability for that particular loan. Yes, na nimepeana example. Mimi individually as Victor, I take my loans, I pay them on time, I have a very good credit score at Metropol CRB. Tracy, on the other hand, happens to take a loan, and unfortunately, she happens to perform poorly in the repayment of that particular loan.
Yeah.
If her score goes down, pia mimi nikiendea loan nyingine kwa bank, watajua I've guaranteed someone a loan, na hiyo loan imecheleweshwa kulipwa. So yes, I have a good credit score, but you find I might be locked out of that particular loan because of the performance of the person who I guaranteed a loan. So whenever you are guaranteeing a loan, usifikirie tu ni karatasi tu unachukua una sign na unaenda. No.
Fanya due diligence.
Do your due diligence.
And it happens a lot.
Yeah.
And I like how, Victor, you've explained it, that wewe umekuwa unalipa loans zako on time, report yako iko sawa. Now the next time you want to get a loan, unashindwa kwa nini unazuia kupata mkopo mwingine.
Na mpaka niko na
because-
credit report yangu na
Yes.
waonyeshe iko sawa.
Yes. So what you need to understand is that that information is also shared in Victor's report because yeye ni guarantor. Okay?
Yes.
Na hii sana sana pia ina affect wa mama wa chama.
Ni kweli, it's very
Wacha
true.
niongeleshe wa mama.
Yes, it's very true.
Ina affect wa mama wa chama big time. Na kina mama, sasa hivi unataka kupata karo, kupeleka mtoto shule, unajaribu kwenda kupata mkopo, unapata kwamba hauwezi kupata mkopo. Wewe unajua umekuwa ukikopa mkopo wako na unalipa kwa wakati unaofaa. Lakini kuna ule mkopo ambao mlipata kama kikundi. Alright? So tumekuja hapa kama kikundi, tumechukua 30,000. Tumeagree we will pay 10,000 each. Mimi nimelipa 10,000 yangu, Tracy amelipa 10,000 yake, Victor hajalipa 10,000 yake. Sasa mimi nataka kupata mkopo, nimeenda pale, najua mimi mambo yangu iko sawa. Ukikuja kuchukua ripoti yako ya Metropol CRB unapata kwamba umeandikiwa kuna ile 30,000. Unashangaa but mimi
30,000.
nilishalipa my part.
Nililipa my share.
What you need to understand is until kila mtu kwa hiyo kikundi alipe huo mkopo na ulipwe in full, inakuwa vigumu sana kwako kupata mkopo. So wale watu wangu wa chama, please take note of that. Now we've talked a lot about frequently getting a credit report, right? A customer's report. Now, are there tools in place or resources available to help individuals track and manage their payment schedules effectively?
Well, I can say of course, when you keep, you see, the more you check your credit report, the better your chance the better chance you have of identifying any mistake. So in a way, kukaa ukiangalia credit report yako mara mingi, pia is also a tool for financial discipline to actually check on your financial discipline.
Yes.
And also from the relation between you and your lender, you need to make sure that your lender always notifies you kidogo just when you're about to get listed. Again, pia ni swali huwa tunapata kama Metropol CRB. Wateja wana complain sana, mbona hamkuniambia niko listed, mbona nini? You need to understand that ni responsibility ya banki yako ama sako yako kujulisha, either via email, either via SMS. I think they normally do it in written form. They prefer to do it in written form. So
but sometimes it could be captured in your contract that if you do not pay this loan before this time, then we will automatically share your information to the Credit Reference Bureau. They don't need to come again and tell you, Victor, ile loan yetu please usisahau. They don't need to come back, because when you're signing that contract or when you're accepting the terms and conditions on the app that you're taking the facility from, you should be aware that should you default that loan, they will not come back and remind you. They will just share your data as a defaulter.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you very much. I can see someone online, Boniface Kiage, anasema you guys are doing a good job.
Thank you, Boniface.
He is asking if we can help him check any company that has put him on CRB. Now, just as Victor was explaining, one of the tools or the resources that we have that can help you as an individual to check your CRB status or to know who has shared your data with us, we have a USSD code that is functional. You can dial it any single time of the day. That is *433#. We also have an app on an Android app. It's on Google Play Store. Inaitwa Cristobal. Enda pale Google Play Store, download Cristobal. You can always check your credit report. Watu wangu wa iOS, msijali, tutawafikia hivi karibuni. So tutawafikia pia, but you can also follow us on social media handles. Like right now we are live on Facebook. Pale Facebook ukitu DM tunaweza kukusaidia. We are on Facebook, Metropol CRB. We are on X ama Twitter, Metropol CRB. As well, we are on LinkedIn, Metropol CRB. And we are on Instagram, metropol.crb. Tutaweza kukusaidia na maswali hayo yote. So we have talked about misunderstandings. Zina happen kila time. Now, the most interesting thing is kama kuna misunderstanding, customer anaonanga CRB ndo wako kwa shida. Their lender has never been a problem. CRB ni nyinyi mnatunyima loan, nyinyi mnatuzuia kupata mkopo. Now, I'd like for you guys to help us understand if or to what extent do misunderstandings or lack of financial literacy contribute to loan rejections.
So, like we have said, it's very important for you to be informed. Sometimes do your own due diligence. These days we have Google. Just enda hapo kwa simu yako, type in whatever information that you want to find out, and it pops up very fast. Also on our website we have the frequently asked questions, and then the role of the bureau at the end of the day, we are just but custodians of data. This data is shared from your lender, from the credit information provider to the bureau through the system generated, and it is input by a human being. And that's why I already said that the central bank has mandated every bureau to have an office to now come and solve these complaints that a customer may have in relation to their credit report. Yes.
You've said it so well, and I just wanted to understand from a bureau's perspective that for this financial literacy to happen and all of that, are there any initiatives by Metropol CRB or resources available to help individuals better understand their credit reports and improve their financial?
That's why we have this show by your boy. Tune in once in a while and listen in to whatever they're discussing, because it is very, very informative.
Do not tune in once in a while.
Make it every Friday.
We are here. What we do is financial literacy. Hatutaki mtu akose kupata loan
because hana information.
Information is readily available. Thank you so much
Gotcha.
for drumming support for this show.
For sure.
All right.
Yes. We have the frequently asked questions on our website. Our emails are available, our contact lines. We have agents very ready to be there and help you in case you are experiencing any challenge, any question you may have. We are there to answer and support you.
So as you've heard, just a lot of resources to help you guys, and I know she's talked about CRB 101, which comes to you every single Friday on our Facebook page, Metropol CRB, also on our X, Metropol CRB, and also live on YouTube. You can always watch this content later, even if you're not able to watch it now. Just go to our YouTube channel, Metropol TV Kenya. Our website, as she's been mentioning, is www.metropol.co.ke. We have contact center number. Our contact center is on Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. And we are also on Saturday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Unaweza tupigia simu 0709834000. Kama we ni mtu machati chati, we are also on WhatsApp 0705 723 All these things just to help you do CY.
Again, if I can add.
Yes, please.
Metropol TV, we've also Metropol CRB.
Yep.
We have gone ahead, apart from being available on all those channels that have been mentioned. We also do SMS campaigns.
Yes.
We normally send SMSs to our clients, whom have given us their contacts, and they've complied. They've agreed that anytime something new comes up, we can always communicate. So we do SMS campaigns from time to time. We also have CRB mtaani, CRB sokoni, where we come, tunaingia mitaani sasa. We come physically, utaona tu mtu, a group of people coming, wanatembea na hizi t-shirts, and sometimes we even ask help from certain influencers. So we have those CRB mtaani, we have activations, we go to malls. There's a time tulikuwa Thika Road, which mall was that? We also went to Imara. So we do all these type of engagements just to make sure that we let people know how they can grow their CRB profile. They can actually keep their CRB profile in check.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So anytime unapatana sisi hapo kwa streets, unasikia hata I think we normally advertise social media.
We do.
Yes, tunasema the coming Friday will be such and such a place. Ukisikia, make sure uko hapo, ama kama that is your area of operation. Watch out for us. Tukikuja unatuuliza maswali yote, na pia mkidibaya lunch sitakataa in case.
But yeah, check out our social media handles. You never, and we also have a lot of goodies by there for social media, and especially on Fridays like this, what tunapatiana goodies, lots of them. Tracy, earlier you were mentioning how we collaborate with the CIPs, credit information providers. So, and I know I was mentioning earlier vile our customers wanaonanga ni sisi ndio tuko kwa shida and not their lenders. So how does Metropol CRB collaborate with these financial institutions to promote financial literacy? I know we've talked about how we as a bureau do that, but are there collaborations between us and the credit information providers just so we educate these customers? Because our customers ni wetu wote. What we do, we share information with the credit information providers. Hawa customers wakichukua loan kwao ni customers wao na bado ni customers wetu. So are there any collaborative measures that we take?
Yes, we do. We in the CIS and the credit information sharing mechanism, we have the bureau and we also have the lenders. We are all partners and we play a very key role in the CIS mechanism. So we hold very many trainings to train the lenders on how to submit data, just to minimize mistakes and to also ensure that they share correct data, and to run updates on time, and also to adhere to the law, the CRB regulations 2020 that have been put forward to govern and regulate the sharing of information. So yes.
All right, good point. I'll still come back to you because this is a question touching on disputes. Now, how are disputes regarding loan rejections handled here at Metropol CRB?
Like we had said earlier, we do have a form on our website where you can download the same. And now that only happens if you have checked your credit information, you have checked your credit report, and you have spotted what the issue that is hindering you from getting a loan is. So you fill in that form and tell us what the issue is, then send it back to us via email. If you cannot, our offices are at 14th floor on KCB Towers in Upper Hill. Please walk in, an agent will assist you in filling in the form. Tell us what the issue is, leave us with a copy of your ID. We then go ahead and send this complaint to the lender that is the subject that is being complained about. We send it there, and then they're given 21 days to conduct in-depth investigations to confirm that the data they shared with us is accurate information. Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, guys, I hope this information has been of utmost benefit to you, and especially during this time that I know most parents are running up and down just to try and get some funds to take their kids back to school. Ama kama wewe si mtu back to school, you just need some funds to do anything else. I hope this information has been so beneficial to you. So thank you so much, guys, for coming.
Thank you for having us.
We are coming to the close of the show.
Yes, sir.
Before you go, I'll give you a minute each. Do you want to send shout-outs to your friends and family?
Hey, ladies first.
If
Ladies
not,
first.
please, you can share your last words, but it has been a good time.
Please invite me again. We should come back now and talk about disputes now in depth. And yeah, please make sure you check your credit status, make sure you are up to date with the information that is contained on your credit report. It really goes a long way, because now you cannot rush here and say, I need a loan tomorrow, when you know that the law has said investigations should take 21 days. So if you check your statuses regularly, we minimize this rush, and it is urgent.
Yes, well, what I would say is that Metropol CRB, we have tried really very much to make sure that everyone looks at their credit report and they take advantage of this credit information sharing system. We have done all that we've mentioned, but it's also your responsibility as an individual to make sure that you take responsibility of your own credit profile. Watch out if you take a loan. In fact, it's good to take loans, pay them on time, and if you need us, remember again, we've said that we have several contact points. You can walk into our offices, our headquarters being here at KCB Towers, Upper Hill. We are ready to serve you. We have an office in town at Pension Towers. We have a contact center number, and I will repeat it again for those who didn't catch it. It's 0709 834 000. That is 0709 834 000. Kama wewe utaki kutupigia simu, unataka tu kututumia message pale WhatsApp, number ni 0705 723 666. 0705 723 666. Na kama wewe ni mtu corporate hivi, unataka kutuma email ama barua pepe, letwa barua pepe. Barua pepe. Unaweza kutumia barua pepe kwa info@metropol.co.ke. I'll say that again, info@metropol.co.ke. We are ready to serve you, and we will do so to the best of our ability.
Yes.
If you guys do not want to give your social media handles, ni Friday, 4 minutes tokea. But thank you so much. I know that the reopening of schools have been postponed again. At least this time they did not do the thing at midnight. So you have enough time as a parent. Usikwame kupata karo kwa sababu you have enough time now just to check your credit report. Victor has given the channels. tuko hapa kukusaidia tena. I just want to say thank you so much guys for coming.
Thank you
for having
a
us.
interaction.
We
As
have.
always, my name is Ken
Your
Alan.
boy.
You can also find us on our social media platforms. I just wanted to mention that real quick. We are live right now on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Metropol CRB, and so is X, Metropol CRB. We are on Instagram, metropol.crb, and you can always watch these episodes on our YouTube channel, Metropol TV Kenya. You can also visit our website, www.metropol.co.ke. Now, up until next Friday, it has been a pleasure. Sarap, guys.
All right. Thank you.